Hello guys, good morning. This is our second class in our internship program. In this class, we will discuss the basics of programming. What is a program? How to write program? What is the purpose of writing program? All these things we are going to discuss in this class. In the previous class, we had discussed what is IoT, essential components of IoT, various uh, development boards, all these things we had discussed. Let us learn how to write program. Let us get started. So, let us start from the definition of program. What is program? A program is defined as a group of instructions. So the definition of program is a group of instruction. The next comes what is an instruction? An instruction is nothing but it is a command given to the computer. So what is computer then? A computer is an environment which performs computations. If any device which has facilities like RAM, ROM, processor, input-output devices, it is called a computing environment. A computation is nothing but a calculation. If any device is performing calculations, it is called a computer. The best example is we have seen this laptop. Can we call this as a computing environment? Yes, because it executes various programs, runs softwares. This is the best example of a computing device. Similarly, this ESP32 development module, which we use in our IoT projects, is also a best example for computer. Why? It has processor, RAM, ROM, input-output devices, hence we can call it as a computer. Similarly, our Arduino Uno is also a best example for a computing device or a computer. Reason? It too has processor, RAM, ROM and input-output pins. Therefore, the conclusion is when we write our programs, actually what we are doing, we are getting work done by a computer. What is actually a computer? If any environment has facilities to store the instructions, process the instructions, read and display the data, it is called a computing environment. The device which performs computations is called computer. Therefore, by writing programs, we are getting work done by a hardware. So all these images are examples of a computing environment or a computer, but they can't do any work on their own. They need some intelligence, that is nothing but program to do the work. When it comes to systems like laptop or desktop, they are all installed with operating system. They are installed with some application softwares like MS Word, PowerPoint. So many things are there. When you use them, you are executing some programs. When it comes to the boards like ESP32, Arduino Uno, you need to program. You need to dump your instructions into their memory. The differences between laptop and these small devices are their processor capacity is different, their RAM capacity is different. Because of that only their size too has been reduced along with their cost. So when it comes to applications like IoT, we need to use these card-sized computing environment or these card-sized computers to perform our job. Now the next question is how to write program. What are all the basic things or basic softwares we need to write the program? Let me explain the tools which we need to write the programs. So, what are the tools we must have installed to write the program? So, we need a software called Integrated Development Environment. In short, we call it as IDE. It stands for Integrated Development Environment. So, why we need IDE? It includes the tools like editor, Editor is a place where we write our program. Compiler. Compiler is a language translator which translates the program written in high-level language to low-level language. Linker. It is again another tool which links predefined library functions with our source code. Debugger, which reports any mistakes being done while writing the program, and many more utilities are there. So having an IDE is must for writing the programs. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So this IDE, which acts as a mediator between us, that is programmers, and machine or computing environment. The simple trick is we can't directly communicate with RAM. We can't directly upload our instructions into RAM. We need help of some tools. This tool is nothing but this IDE. This IDE helps us to write programs and upload our programs into device memory, and later it gets executed. And one more thing is the device which can understand only low level languages, that is programs written in using mnemonics and binary codes, but we can't write programs in machine codes. We are not familiar with machine codes, hence we will write our programs in high level languages like C, C++, Python. They needs to be converted into machine readable, that is to hexadecimal codes or binary codes. Such tasks will be done with the help of compiler, and we can't install compiler alone. We need a tool which has many more utilities like editor, compiler, linker, debugger. So we all these things are bundled into a one package called IDE. So the best example is developer C++. This is an example for IDE with which we can write our C programs. This IDE won't help us for IoT applications because it does not communicate with external development board. Hence, we use IDE like Arduino, which helps us to connect our development board to USB port of our laptop or desktop and helps us to upload our sketch into development board's flash memory. Therefore, various IDEs are available. If you are learning Java, we have a different IDE like NetBeans. If you are going with Python, we have a different IDE. Similarly, for IoT projects, the most widely used IDE is Arduino. So this is all about IDEs. So having IDE is must to write the programs and to upload the programs into device memory. So the two things are clear. By writing programs, we are instructing computer to perform the tasks. To write programs, we need an IDE. So let us learn how to write programs. Before going to Arduino directly, I will walk you through the basics of programming with C language. Later we can shift to Arduino IDE. Let me explain how to write C programs using a developer C++ IDE. Let us learn our first C program using developer C++ IDE. First, you need to download and install the developer C++ IDE. After having installed, please go to the search option and type developer dev C++. Yes, here it is. You select this icon. This will launch the IDE. Okay, here you need to select file, new, or simply you can press Ctrl N, new file with untitled name. It has come. Better to save with a proper name. Let me save as using save as. I will save this code. I have already created one folder C programming, or else you can create folder anywhere you wish. Let me create on desktop one folder called demo. In demo folder I will save this code with a name demo. Select C source. Okay, my file got saved. Okay, so let me recall the definition of program. What is program? It is a group of instruction. So by arranging instructions, we can create program. Now the question is where to arrange the instructions. Answer is simple. Within a place called function, we need to arrange our instruction. I repeat, function is a place where we supposed to arrange our instruction and create our program. In C, we have one function called main. This is compulsory. Having main function is mandatory. Let me define the main function and keep my instruction within the main. How to define the main function? Main followed by parenthesis, then followed by pair of flower brackets which represents the body of the function. Main is a function. After main function, we have to write this bracket called parenthesis, that is a rule, and then we have to define the body of the function. Body of the function means it is the container which has instructions. Let me write my first instruction, that is printf. Printf is a library function, or we can call it as instruction also. It is used to display some statements on screen. So welcome to C. Let me terminate this with semicolon. So printf is library function. Printf is an instruction, anything you can use. Main is a function which is defined by me, hence it is called user defined function. And one more rule is there. When you use library functions, you need to write a preprocessor statement called #include. #include stdio.h. Why stdio? Printf is defined in stdio, hence I write stdio.h. So this is my simple C program to display a statement welcome to C on my screen. This is written in high level language. We must convert it to low level language. How to do that? Simple. Select execute menu. The first option itself is compile. When you compile the code, you should get error 0 and warning 0. Here you can see errors are 0 and warnings are also 0. So the program is perfect, no issues. Now you execute the program by selecting run. Yeah, I got the statement welcome to C. So this is how we can write our programs using developer C++. This IDE does not help us to do IoT applications. Just to recall the basics of programming, I am using this. You to download the developer C++ IDE and install it. Try to write some simple C programs. Okay, let me add one more instruction to this program. After writing one printf, let me add one more printf saying this is IoT is fun. Now my function is having two instructions. Let me compile the code and run the code. I should be able to see two statements. Yes, you can see that welcome to C followed by IoT is fun. The difference is both the statements are displayed on a common line. So we can make statement to be displayed on the next line using escape sequence /n. Let me write here before IoT I will add \n. It is called escape sequence. N stands for new line. When you put escape sequence, it moves cursor to a new line. Let me check it. Compile, run. Yeah, welcome to C, and the new statement is displayed on a new line. IoT is fun. So this is how we can write our programs, compile and execute. Please you to practice these two things, and in the next class I will show you how to declare variables, how to use control statements, how to use loops. All those things we can discuss. You practice these things, and in the next class we shall discuss the new concepts. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.